I'm the big homer now. Don't forget that. I'm the big homer now.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Taylor steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now it's Taylor, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Slow.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Slow. Ready. 319. Under.
Play action, it's Taylor. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, Dorsett. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Slow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll check this one down to Michel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Charkandrick West with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a handoff to West. across midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Taylor. He's going to walk one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Garoppolo on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Garcon with his first grab, good enough for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Garoppolo now. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start on the ground with West. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Taylor now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Taylor. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's complete to Snead. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. There's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of its...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Go ahead.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Come on, fellas, here we go. Everyone's got four down.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And now running right through it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get it up the middle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They begin here with a run by West. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that is socked my way as we are back to it in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. The big fella. Past the 20, 10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sonny Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It's McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 38.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey. 4 down. Shift.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Slow.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
One, Omaha. Hey, gun.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Garoppolo over the middle to Garcon. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. It's caught by Garcon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
11. Hurry up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Here's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He uncorks it for Snead. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
4 down.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Single. 48 for Mike. Two jet. Z.
And the blitz does come. He uncorks it for Snead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They run it with McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. 20. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, 45 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gold now out to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Taylor operating from the gun. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor flushed out right. A beautiful fake. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there. Down. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he hits.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
McKinnon, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he gives this one to Garcon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up
after this. Now Taylor on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. To throw is Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now it's Taylor. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this